Hey, welcome back to the Woodworking Garage, where today we're going to be talking about two 8-inch joiners, so stick around. Hey, today I'm going to be talking about the Cutech and Wahuda 8-inch spiral head jointer. But unfortunately, the Wahuda got sent back. Here's what you need to know about the Cutech and the Wahuda brands. They are not the same company. There are several tool reviews indicating that the Wahuda is an upgraded version of the Cutech brand, suggesting they may be the same company. However, that can't be further from the truth. They are two different companies, two different manufacturers, in two different locations. Now, the waters do get a little bit muddy, and all I'll share with you is the good people over at Wahuda, located in Tennessee, used to sell the Cutech brand. They switched manufacturers and changed their business name and now sell the Wahuda brand. Cutech is now being sold out of the California office. So even though the companies are different, their products are very similar. So here's what I can tell you about the Wahuda 8-inch jointer. I first purchased Wahuda because based on some of the reviews I saw, I thought it was an upgraded version of the Cutech. I received it within about 3 days, unboxed it, and started assembling. I quickly realized that the tables were out of adjustment. So I was following the instructions to get the tables in alignment. However, that proved not to be such an easy task. Each table has 4 hold-down screws, and each one of those hold-down screws has 2 set screws, or adjustment screws, for a total of 16 on the table. After monkeying with it for a while, loosening the hold-down screw, making an adjustment to the set screws, tightening the hold-down screw back down just to see where I was at, I discovered one of the set screws was cross-threaded. Now, I don't know if it's something that I did during the 4 hours or so I spent trying to level the table, or if it came that way from the manufacturer, but I've discovered that one particular side of the table, I was having a hard time getting it adjusted where I needed to be. So I reached out to Wahuda, and the good people there were quick to respond and offer a solution. They could send me a set screw, or I could send the unit back. Not knowing if the hull was damaged, I ultimately decided to go ahead and send the unit back to them. I continued my research, and that's when I discovered that Cutech was actually completely different than the Wahuda company. Now, as I said, the two products are very similar in design. They're about the same size. They look the same other than the color. The controls are in the same location. They both have the spiral cutter head. The dust collection is the same on the end. The fence is slightly different. The bracket holding the fence is the same. So there really wasn't much different between the two. Other than, when I purchased the Cutech, I received it about 3 days later. After unboxing, I discovered that the table was already adjusted. All I had to do was install the fence, plug it in, and it was ready to go. I haven't used it much so far, but the fence is in alignment at 90 degrees. The tables are adjusted, so I'm getting smooth and accurate cuts. I chose an 8-inch jointer because they have the extension wings and they offer the spiral head cutter. Many brands don't do that. Many brands still have the straight blades. The spiral cutter head is not a true helica style head where it has cutting blades all the way across at an angle. These spiral cutters have fewer blades, and they're offset one from another all the way around. Just like that. But fewer blades does not mean less quality. I can assure you that these carbide tip cutters are very effective, very clean, and leaves a smooth finish. The only negative thing I can say so far about this Cutech 8-inch jointer is I was having a little trouble with the dust collection. After I made my cuts, I looked, and there was still a big pile of chips inside here that were not being sucked out. I was a little frustrated at first, but then realized the new chips, as they fell down into the machine, they actually tumbled toward the opening and they were being sucked out, so I didn't have to worry about it clogging up. But it would never suck out all the chips. I reached out to customer service and got a quick response. And I was told that occasionally they have had complaints that chips were not being sucked out, but usually it was from people who were hooking up shop vacs to this system. I'm using a Harbor Freight 2 horsepower dust collection unit, and I was using my 2.5-inch hose, and it just wasn't very effective. But after hearing this from customer service, I decided to go ahead and try it with my 4-inch hose. So I stuck my 4-inch hose, and it sucked out all the chips. So it probably had something to do with the air volume, not necessarily the power, because my 2.5-inch hose was plenty powerful enough, but there wasn't enough air movement until I got the bigger hose. We had more air movement, which allowed the chips to get carried out. So if you're planning on using this jointer with a shop vac, you may get varied results. Or even up to a larger dust collector, you'll probably find that you'll want to use the 4-inch hose. Hey, and that's it. Other than that, this has been an outstanding machine so far. I look forward to using it some more. Hey, if you have any questions about my experience with Wahuda or Cutech, please leave me a question or comment below. If you find this review helpful, please give me that thumbs up. And if you subscribe to my channel, you'll continue to get unbiased tool reviews. Hey, I'm going to throw up a couple more videos right here you might enjoy, so stick around.